To buy Madden 22 coins for the 100% cheapest price on the internet with quick delivery, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 22 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about 3 things that absolutely everyone needs to be doing in Madden 22. And boys, me being sick right now has added so much bass to my voice that this guy on the screen that you're going to see in a second could only dream of.
Salsa Swift family, and today...
Yeah, that's what I sounded like in high school, man, and you guessed it, I was probably getting 0 girls back then. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the video. We're going to be talking about how to get 2 92 overall players absolutely free, one of which is going to take you literally 1 minute to get, as well as getting an 88 overall fantasy pack absolutely free. Okay, so let's start this video off by talking about getting the 92 overall player for free and basically instantly. Now, all I'm going to get you guys to do is navigate on over to your missions, go to Team Affinity, and take a look at the Team Captain missions in here. As you guys will notice, if you haven't done them quite yet, there's going to be a new Team Captain mission that simply requires you to win 10 games and get another Team Captain token. Now, as you guys may or may not know, with your Team Captain player in Madden 22, this player is going to be upgraded all year. So all you got to do once you get the token is go on over to your binder, go to the program, filter it down by Team Captain, and you can put in your Team Captain token to get whatever player you have all the way up to a 92. And yeah, as you guys can see right here, I have Jack Youngblood. I think Jack Youngblood is probably the best one to get. All I got to do right here is put in this Team Captain token that I just earned, and he's going to go up to a 92 overall, and it takes you 1 minute to get the Captain token. Let me show you guys how you can get this done in literally 1 minute. Now, this is literally all I did to get the token. I went on over to my solo challenges. I navigated on over to the campaign solo challenges. We went on over to, I believe it is week number 3 right here, boys, and all I did is I played this solo right here. Now, this Lance Allworth solo is probably the easiest solo challenge in all of Madden. All you gotta do is pass for 10 yards, replay the solo, and every single time you complete it, it's gonna give you credit with winning a game. Winning a game doesn't mean you gotta play an entire game. It simply can mean you beat a solo challenge, and even the easiest solo in Madden, when I beat it, it's gonna give me credit with winning the game. So here's all I'm gonna get you guys to do. Set your tempo to no huddle by clicking the left stick down. As you guys can see, our tempo is set to no huddle. We're gonna go to formation. I'm going on over to gun empty, and really any gun empty formation, and from really any gun empty formation, you're gonna call for verticals. Now, all I'm gonna do is I'm throwing it to X or I'm throwing it to R1. We simply need to get 10 yards. As you guys can see, there we go. That's more than 10 yards. I'm gonna replay the solo, and since we set the tempo to no huddle, I don't even need to call my play. It takes you probably like 5 to 10 seconds to beat the solo challenge. As you guys can see, R1 wide open, go down, get tackled, replay it, do this 10 times. You'll get credit with like winning 10 games, and you get the token just like that. And if you guys are watching this video and you're like, how do I get my Team Captain? What's the best one to select? I made a full guide on the Team Captain promo earlier in the year, so check that video out. It'll be linked in the description.
Great success!
Okay, now moving on over to free player number 2 right here, boys. This is going to be from the new Gridiron Forge solos in the game. As you guys can see, there is Gridiron Forge number 3, and like a no life that I am, boys, I have already done 48 out of the 50 challenges in here. As you guys can see, when we go to our milestones and we take a look at tier number 4, we got Zeke last time, we got JC Jackson the time before that, and this time it is going to be not Jalen Phillips. And when I saw this card, I was like, meh, he doesn't look that good, but after taking some closer inspection, I think this card looks pretty solid. Now, what you guys can do with the player is A, you can keep him on your team, he'll have some solid stats, or B, he quick sells for 5k training. Now, when we do 5,000 times 20 to figure out like the coin value of that training, that's going to be about 100k in coin value. And boys, if you're watching this video and you have yet to leave a like, be sure to do so down below for the YouTube algorithm. It helps out my videos and my channel more than you can imagine, and it literally just takes you less than a second. So scroll down and drop a like while you're watching this, and let's keep going with the video. Okay, so the first thing to talk about right here, before we take a look at the stats on the card and give you guys my opinion whether you should keep them or sell them, is I guess let's take a look at beating these solos. They're all honestly super fast. I feel like this Forge is probably easier than the other Gridiron Forge solos that I played. Literally all the solos in the first trial, the second trial, and the third trial, I feel like every single one of those solos took me like 1 play and maybe like 15 minutes to go through each of these sequences, so they're all super easy to do. If you're looking for a little bit of help when it comes to solo challenges, I made a full solo challenge guide that shows you how to do literally anything you need to do in solo challenges, getting fumbles, getting turnovers, getting sacks, playing defense, playing offense. I'll leave that video linked in the description. It's probably like the most helpful video I've made all year, so check it out if you're struggling on any of these solos. But honestly, boys, they're super easy. All you gotta do is like get some stops or pass the ball. A lot of these solo challenges are pass for like 20 yards, pass for like 30 yards. All I literally do is call 4 verticals and throw the ball up. They're gonna run by them every single time, and for like any of these passing solos, you're doing them in one play. So in my opinion, this is probably the easiest forge I've seen that EA's done all year. So you're definitely gonna want to play through these. You can probably get through them in like one day, and get yourself the Jalen Phillips, get yourself some free packs. We'll be opening up these free packs soon. But let's take a look at the stats on the card. So bangarang, as you guys can see, we got 92 overall Jalen Phillips right here. That was kind of cringy. We got his power up as well. The power up is auctionable, only going for like 2k, so not that big of a deal. But taking a look at the stats on the card right here, he actually is a solid pass rusher. So starting it off with like all the physical stats and stuff, he's 6'5", 260. So the dude is massive. That's pretty good right there for a pass rusher. He's got 90 speed, 91 excel. So basically as fast as LT. Finesse moves are at a 90, block sheds at an 88. In my opinion, that's probably serviceable. Power move isn't that good, but the finesse move at a 90, the block shed at an 88. I think this card is probably good enough to play on my team. What I'm going to do is I'm thinking of actually powering the player up. I got the power up for free, but if you guys don't want to keep the card, he goes for a ton of training. As you guys can see right here, he goes for 5k training points, and as we kind of use like our training point calculator to see how much that's worth about 100k in coin value. So when I say it's worth about 100k in coin value, what I mean is if you wanted to go to the auction block and buy like 5,000 training points, it would cost you like 100k. So Jalen Phillips right here, I'm planning on probably starting the card. I think you guys should do so as well. You're probably going to want him to come off the edge in a pass rushing role. I'm thinking I'll have LT off the edge, I'll have Jalen Phillips off the edge, and then I'll probably shift Jack Youngblood inside to play like defensive tackle. And yeah, that's going to be looking pretty good. If you want to quick sell the card, you can do so as well. I would say you definitely want to play these solos though, because they seem super easy to do, and whether you want to keep the card or whether you want to sell them off for training, it's still good value either way. So in my opinion, those two things are absolute must. If you don't play your solo challenges and you don't get your Jack Youngblood or whatever team captain you have up to a 92, you are most certainly missing out. But the final thing you guys can do, and I guess this is kind of optional right here, is completing your team builder 2 goals. As you guys can see, when we go to team affinity and we take a look at team builders, there are new team builder 88 overall players in the game, and as you guys will notice, there are new team builder missions. Now most of these missions, they honestly seem super easy. As you guys can see, winning 30 games, getting 75 tackles, forcing 10 fumbles, getting some yards on offense, getting some rushing, scoring some touchdowns. And honestly, my opinion here, boys, is don't even worry about like a single one of these. I don't want you guys going through and grinding through your sacks, grinding through your passing yards. Just play Madden as you regularly would. If you guys are playing through your gridiron solos, you're going to be getting some progress on these. If you're playing online, you're getting progress on these, and eventually you'll get the pack for free. It's going to be given to you once you get 7 of these objectives done. I think you'll probably be able to get them done in merely just a couple of days, to be honest with you. If you play like a solid amount of Madden, these are going to be super easy to do. But yeah, let's say for example, maybe you check back on these missions and you're maybe like 1 touchdown away from getting them. You've already done all the other objectives, then sure, go ahead and get 1 touchdown and knock it out. But unless you guys are like really close to doing these, or maybe let's say for example, you're short on the rushing yards, I feel like most people, the last one they're probably going to end up doing is your rushing yards on offense, because honestly, you probably don't run the ball a ton on online games, and you probably don't run the ball a ton in solo challenges. This is probably the one that you guys might be left with, and to get your rushing yards, I'll show you guys what to do right here, because that's probably the only one that you might need to work for. I think the other ones will all happen naturally. Now for rushing, all I do is I go to my superstar solo challenges, go to Saquon Barkley, and I play this challenge right here, boys. What it's going to do is it starts you off on the 9-yard line. All you got to do is run the football, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to run like a jet sweep, you're going to run like a stretch play, and score your touchdown. It's going to be really easy to score touchdowns and get a ton of yards right there. So yeah, that's what you guys want to be doing with all the new content that is in the game right now. Jalen Phillips, like a kind of underrated card. Your team captain, another necessity that you guys got to be getting. As you guys can see, Jack Youngblood up to a 92. I'm going to put Jalen Phillips right here at starting outside backer, and the team is going to be looking pretty good. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, drop a like down below. And yeah, until next time, boys, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the content. I'm out. Peace.